7:23. All right, so Grand Canyon University wants to move in, potentially, to El Rio Golf Course on the west side. Very poor area. Very poor area, right? El Rio Golf Course has been operating at a loss for years. $8 million in golf operating debt. $4.2 million of which has been generated alone at the El Rio Golf Course. So city staff suggests, hey, Grand Canyon University is looking for a location. It fits their description. 7,500 acres, 1,000 jobs, salaries of $60,000 over the net. That's the average salary would have been $60,000. It could bring in $500 million in growth to Tucson's economy. Now, this editorial written by Regina Romero is right. People have asked me why I would be willing to hear the proposal. She makes a very good argument as to why she would be willing to hear the proposal. Her argument as to why she turned it down, not so good.
Epic fail.
Despite the many positives of Grand Canyon's move to El Rio, I have always believed in listening to everyone. And after hearing sincere concerns from my friends and allies and colleagues on the issue, I have decided against pursuing the opportunity further. And that's it. That's it. After hearing if they were just concerns, but they were sincere concerns. And you want to know why? Because it was a Christian, conservative, private entity. That's it. That's it. Common sense just goes out the window. You are such a coward. You have every argument financially. It fits. It's best for your community. If people don't like it, they don't have to go there. It's not even like their tax dollars would be contributing to it. It would help the community because people in that poor area could potentially go there and get jobs. You mean to tell me there are no Christians or conservatives or simply individuals that just want jobs and would be willing to go and accept the fact that perhaps the university's beliefs may not jive with theirs in the face of a $60,000 a year job? Aren't we supposed to be all inclusive? Aren't we supposed to coexist? Aren't we supposed to be diverse? And in the midst of a completely viable opportunity to bring some economic prosperity, jobs, health benefits to an area that's running a loss. Oh, sincere concerns. People are just worried because we can't have that many conservatives. We don't know what can happen. What if the zombie apocalypse starts because of it? What if people hear about the Bible? No, I thought we can't have that here. We can't bring in an influx of people like that. I can't do it. It's my hope, she goes on to say, that in the future, the conversation about economic opportunities for our community can continue in a healthy, open-minded, and inclusive way. Yeah. Thank you for at least admitting that this wasn't. I mean, look, that's what this was. Make no mistake, right? This conversation that took place about the Grand Canyon University going in there was not healthy, was not open-minded, and was not inclusive. Because they're cowards. These are hack politicians that have no business, apart from the fact that idiot people voted them in there. They don't know what they're doing. They're so thin-skinned. They're such cowards. You had every single argument in front of you to go, look, I hear your sincere concerns, but understand I need to do what's best for this community. And this Grand Canyon University is going to bring in millions of dollars to the community. It's going to provide thousands of good paying jobs. I understand some of your concerns, but I need to do what's best for the community. And also be inclusive in this decision. I don't want to be biased in my decision just because she could even say this because it doesn't necessarily jive with my Sandinista background. And I know there'll be a lot of conservative voters that'll come in, but you know what? We can handle it. I know you guys will continue to support the ideals that you believe in, but this is what's most economically viable for the area. I will continue, she says, to seek out jobs and economic opportunities that make sense for my ward and the city. Yeah, $500 million in growth to Tucson's economy, salaries averaging $60,000 a year. She's absolutely right. It doesn't make sense for her ward based on the decisions that have been made that have kept it in poverty. The people in that area are going to get what they deserve. You're going to continue down the same path that keeps the West Side area poor and poverty-stricken. It is. That's all that's going to happen. Sadly, the rest of the community has to shoulder the burden on this because that loss at El Rio is at the expense of the rest of Tucson, which is really sad. One community here decides they'd rather stay in poverty than, heaven forbid, have Christian conservatives learning in their area. No, we can't have that. We'd rather be poor. We'd rather have a golf course that we don't even use because we don't golf, nor can we afford to golf. We'd rather have a park that they put in because they bent to our ways of fair shares that's run down, that needs millions of dollars in improvement, that doesn't even have a pool that's open, rather than actually accept people who believe something different than we do into our community. Yeah, you reap what you sow. I don't want Tucson to be known for its poverty. I want it to be known for its beautiful Sonoran Desert arts, culture, and high-wage, long-term jobs. I don't think you do, Regina Romero. I don't think you do.